This is the most in 9 years that I've seen at the Travelers on a Wednesday Pro-Am day. People are fired up and sold out for Thursday and Friday. I'm sure it's going to be a great weekend as well. Weather's going to be a little bit touchy, but that's Mother Nature. You can't control her. But still, it's amazing that Travelers gets bigger and better every year. I actually got kind of a tour today because I parked on the media side where Ben and John have
Well,
been
that's where
parking.
you're supposed to park, Rob.
I don't follow the rules. You should know that by now. Anyway, because I'm lazy. I want to just walk out the back door here and go home at the end of the show.
That's fine.
Anyway, I got a nice tour around this place, and
Nice.
I mean, they have built out so much of this golf course that it's. Trust me, Andy Bissett, Travelers have done an amazing job, and I talked to other people that go to other tournaments, and they said that this is one of the best pro-ams. This is one of the best tournaments you could ever go to because they have so much more access to the public where, not that you could, converse with the pros, but you could look at
you might be able to converse with the pros.
Look, you're within 10 feet of the practice green and driving range now, where years ago they didn't make it that accessible.
I agree.
They've opened it up a little more, and I think the people here are gracious enough to where they're not going to hassle the athletes.
I totally agree with that. And if you just walk through 18, you can just see some of the changes, some of the differences. And, it's all the same. It's still the same course. We didn't move any greens or move any tee boxes, but just the structures and the work that goes into putting those things up in such a strategic way. Because, you go off to the right side and you got a scoreboard a club length from you. That is a free drop. Like things like that we don't think about that actually inhibit the play for the PGA. These guys think about every detail, every inch that these structures are put on. They have the golf course in mind. They have the players in mind. But also they got the fans in mind, too. Like, as much as the fans can get with the players, the fans can enjoy their time out here. If it was really hot like it was today, they got suntan lotion. And they've got so many different free general admission venues that are closed and they have a roof over it. If it's hot, they got AC. If it's going to be rainy at all, just pop into one of those.
Right.
And again, there's 4 of them.
Well, it is an insurance company, and they don't want lawsuits. So I honestly think
great point,
they're thinking fan safety first, Ben.
Great point.
And there have been years where it's been really, really hot, and there weren't a lot of air-conditioned places where you could kind of hide out, get a second wind, and get back out there and enjoy the day. And I think that's the most fascinating part about this. It's all about the experience, the fan experience. And I think that's what makes this better and better every year is that you can enjoy the golf as much as the outdoors. Bring your the one thing that I've loved since I've been covering this is just how many families come out here, how many younger kids that can enjoy the next generation of golf. And that's why golf is growing so quick. It grew so quick, like 50% during COVID because it was one of the few things you could do and get out of your house. But now I think that people are like, listen, this is actually – it's affordable. I can do this and not think that this is out of my price range.
I just think the whole game, like the game of golf, has evolved to a younger audience, a female audience, all demos of audiences in the United States. I remember being 3 years old, my dad taking me to my first golf course.
Yep.
I couldn't play 1. I couldn't play 18. Because the country club would not let kids under the age of 18 out on the course. So my dad would be like, all right,
sneak you out.
Just don't play by the clubhouse, and then we'll let you play. And then you'll play with my clubs, and we used to put my clubs in his bag. That was northern Indiana. And that wasn't like some prestigious
but that was then,
place.
and this is now.
So
and
true.
Now you have so many schools now play at my country club.
They want
my
3-year-olds out there.
They want 5, 8, 10-year-olds out there. Summer camp now is based on golf and tennis and getting kids involved in these sports and things like that. So that's how Coco got into golf. Into tennis is because at our country club at like 3, 4 years old, we got her out there.
Right.
And they put a racket in her hand, and she's like, okay, I'm just hitting the ball. So the younger you actually get these kids out there, the more, and that's your future. If you want people to join, and honestly, my old country club got so much younger over the last few years, and I'm not just talking about me, but that's one of the reasons why I kind of left there because they're so young. They're just like, they're so vibrant. It's not like you're chilling out anymore at a country club and it's this country club. It's not. These people want to be active. They want to be out there playing a lot more than just on weekends. So I honestly, I think this sport is growing because people are enjoying themselves.
What's really changed the game, I would say, in the last 15 years are first tee organizations. We
yeah.
got one right here. Probably one of the best first tees I've ever seen. Their little 4-hole par 3 course is just awesome. I want to play it. I've never gotten to play that, but I'm jealous of these kids that get to use that. And I've dealt with first tees in North and South Carolina where you have guys that are retired that have all these clubs in their garage. They just want to get out there and teach the game to a younger generation. Yep. And that younger generation includes kids that never thought they could go to a golf course, never thought they would own any kind of golf equipment because it's so unaffordable. And just like Coco, like for the exposure of the sport, like to get a kid a golf club that he can actually use and go play may change his world and may change the world of golf slowly but surely. And I think that's what's happened. Obviously, Tiger Woods had a serious impact on that in the early 2000s.
I think he was on the it was Mike Douglas. It was on the Mike Douglas show.
As a little kid.
4, and he had a great swing at 4.
And then little Rory McIlroy, remember him? I think it was the Tonight Show as well. But, I think the more that kids continue to play this game, it is going to be in good hands for a long time.
We got afternoon baseball right now. Royals Tigers 9-3 Tigers. D-backs and the Brewers in the 6 1-0. Here's the game that I'm sure a lot of people are following. Mets Astros 4-4 right now. Bottom of the third. Astros just put a 2-spot up after the Mets took a 4-2 lead. We do have a couple of finals right now. Rays beat the Orioles 7-2. Jays beat the Marlins 6-3. Reds already won again 5-3.
11 in a
row. And your Cubsters pounded on the Pirates, who are falling quickly.
They are
8-3. The Cubs now have passed them at 36-38. So at one time you thought your Cubs were going to be sellers. They might be buyers.
Well, I would say these next couple of weeks may tell that story. Some other teams, too, you wouldn't think so. I would think that the Boston Red Sox would be in the sellers department, but in the last week,
4 games over 500.
I'll tell you what,
beating up on those Twinkies.
If they keep it going through the month of June, carry it into the month of July towards the All-Star break, I am talking about Chaim Bloom here. They may be in a position to not dump a bunch of people and possibly get a pitcher or two. But the Cubs, man, all the reports I hear from my Cubos, Smiley's on the block, Stroman's on the block, any pitcher with any kind of juice, people are making phone calls to Chicago.
Christian Arroyo just got back healthy and went 5 for 5 last night.
What up with that?
We've been talking about a rise down with the Marlins, doing it 3 times this month. Christian Arroyo running out there with 5 hits last night. What do you have, 4 RBI, I think? He had a bunch of RBI. Oh, yeah. So might have been more than that. And so they continue to win. But let's get back to the Cole situation where people are, looking at that throwing event. Listen, that's old school baseball. You get annoyed. You need to police the game. Listen, it would have been more meaningful had he thrown it up under the kid's chin. But we don't do that anymore. So Garrett Cole threw a pitch to the backstop in the 7th inning when he was still throwing 99 miles an hour, Benny. 99 miles an hour. The kid kept stepping out, and finally he throws one to the backstop. He threw a ball after that. Then his next pitch was strike 3. But listen, Garrett Cole, McClanahan, Eovaldi, some of these young guys are just absolutely dealing right now in the month of June.
I'll argue for the kid. Listen, you were telling
Caballero?
me. This is what you were telling me before the season.
What a great name, by the way.
I do like his name.
Caballero.
I like his style. Listen.
I think he was kind of freaked out when he was getting pointed at, like, why are you pointing at me?
It's a cheeky move. He knows it was a cheeky move. But that's the move he has.
You
don't have the timeout anymore.
Right.
You are always telling me, like, you got to play with the pitcher.
Hitters get one timeout.
One timeout now, and that's all you can use. And once you use
and your guy,
Contreras
did that crap against Jensen.
Didn't work out.
Kenley Jansen. And Jansen got all fluttered because he's like, whoa, he can't keep stepping out and stuff. So they actually changed that rule. You have to make eye contact now.
Well, and that's
weird.
For Jensen. He never makes eye contact until he's ready
and
to rock
did
and
I.
fire.
I never looked at a hitter.
So it's
looking at my catcher.
It's a thing that the batters have in the tool chest. They don't have much right now.
No.
And this is what they got. The step out, step in. I'm not going to look at you until 8's on the clock. listen, you all made the rules. These are the rules now. So there's going to be a lot more of this. Kurt said it, I think, the best before the show started.
He who has the rock and throws 99, I think, has more sets of rules than the dude standing in the box.
Yes.
Garrett Cole
true.
is awesome, too, by the way.
Yes, but this is what Kurt said. If you're going to play childish games with the clock, we'll play childish games, and there will be more of this.
And that's exactly where Garrett Cole's coming from. That's right. So if you want to be what is it? Do stupid things, win stupid prizes, whatever. I mean, whatever the stupid thing is.
I like that quote.
But to me, it's more about let's go. I know you're trying to throw me off right now, and Garrett's not the kind of guy where he's rushing. He's just and I was listening to the game. I don't agree with some of the broadcasting that was going on during the game talking about this. Well, the pitchers now need to be able to throw the ball within 20 seconds. Rapid fire. Listen, that's wearing dudes out. Yeah. There's a recovery aspect, even cardiovascular wise, where you're playing in Atlanta. It's hot as hell. It's humid. It's August. You can't just keep rapid fire. You're going to run out of gas. And that's the longest outing by Garrett Cole, by the way, this year. His longest outing before that, I think, was in April. 6 2/3, and I'm thinking 6 2/3, and you're making that seem like that's a hell of a long time. So yeah,
it is these days.
20 outs. He got 21 last night.
Well, they need him, and he stops the bleeding.
But he's good for the game. He stopped the 4-game losing streak, but he's good for the game. When you watch a guy like that, I thought the question
they got to back it up.
Yeah.
They got to back it up tonight because if you have that performance and you don't back it up, it's almost like, all right, every time Garrett Cole comes out, the Yankees have a chance to win. If he's not pitching.
That's the rest of that staff.
Who knows?
The rest of that staff's kind of a nightmare.
I like how he came back at him, though, and did do the wag. I liked everything about it. I liked the throw over the head. I thought was like, wow, did that slip or no? And then you look at the benches, and you're like, okay, that was on purpose. And then the strike 3, and it was like, yeah, that's baseball god stuff. And I love the finger wag because Cole is not cheeky. Cole is all about his business.
Cole is quirky. He's all about,
all you pitchers are
I
quirky.
need sticky stuff on my fingers.
He's a routine guy. I do believe that.
He's absolutely
I mean, we heard him complain about how long the national anthem was that one time.
I don't need him to be
off.
friendly. Scherzer's another guy. I don't need these guys to be my friend. I just need you to go out and pitch every 5th day and win.
So Verlander came out on the 5th day and lost against his old team, the Houston Astros, last night. Framber Valdez was on the other side for Houston.
Told you Framber's nasty, dude.
He had a better day than Verlander for sure.
Day.
For sure. He's an Cy Young. He's an all-star. You're paying him a lot of money. But the reason Garrett Cole gets paid a lot of money is for what he did last night and what he's going to do in the postseason. And it's hard to count this guy out because of all the things that I just said, but Verlander's going to have to find it here soon.
Hey, it was 7 innings, 4 earnies, no walks. It's pretty solid performance against a pretty good Astros.
They're a great team.
Valdez, though, 8 innings, 2 earnies, a walk, 9 punch-outs, has the best cutter in baseball. And changeup, I think. I think he's got 2 of the best pitches in baseball.
His record does not illustrate how good he has been, and that's
7-5 with a 2.2.
That's a carryover. Insane. That's a carryover from last year too. Like this dude is he's insane right now. Man, I hate that team though. I really hate that team. I need the Mets to beat them. But yeah, the Verlander thing's I think it should scare some Mets fans.
He's an old man. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do First Dibs question of the day.